This baby Jesus that was born a long time ago, it's rooted in a lineage and in history. I love that video simply because it shows how many generations happened before Jesus arrived on the scene as a baby in a manger, and it was just a super obscure story. But that video really helps capture just kind of a long time of people waiting for Jesus, and then he came. And we find ourselves today knowing that he came as a humble little baby who then went and died on the cross for us because of love, for our sin, but not only died, but then after 3 days, he defeated death, came back from death, and ascended to heaven, is sitting at the right hand of God. And what is before us today and every day, every moment, is, do I believe that or do I not believe that? This evening, I always say this morning because you're getting these rhythms and these grooves, but this evening, that is the question that's before us. This stuff that we do every year, is this something we believe or we don't believe? We just read through 9 different psalms, and I'll share where these psalms are all categorized as psalms of confidence. And my candle just lit up. But these psalms of confidence, there's 9 of them. I encourage you to check those out sometime, maybe in your own time or with somebody else. But these psalms of confidence, we read them this morning, and here in our context, we've been navigating using these psalms of confidence during our worship service and in our gatherings. And for me personally, I thought, God was leading us to these psalms of confidence simply because, hey, we as a church, we need confidence amidst transition and change. And a couple weeks ago, I kind of realized that we were going through these psalms of confidence, not just for our church body, but that we're going through these psalms of confidence. I found out we're doing them also for me. And this evening, let's see how many times I can say this morning. You've seen me running around with my little ones. Everything's a whirlwind. But this evening, as we just think of this word, confidence, my question to you, to me, to us, what do we have confidence in? The word confidence, pretty simple. It means con fide, with trust. With trust. Who do we have trust in or confidence in? When I think of even the word trust, I look it up, and what it says in the dictionary says, trust is to believe in the reliability, truth, the ability, or strength of something. And when we say we have trust or confidence in God, we're saying that we believe in the reliability, the truth, the ability, the strength of God. Or maybe you believe in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of yourself. Or you believe in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone else. Maybe that is God, or maybe it isn't. But today I want us to really wrestle with this, and that we read these Psalms of confidence, and we've been on them for a while, and it really comes down to looking at the person of David, who orchestrated the compiling of these Psalms. And I want to look at just David's life briefly. He was called a man after God's own heart. That's a great, I would love if somebody, if God said that of me, or maybe if God said that of you in your lifetime. But this also encompasses a man who murdered. This also encompasses a man who committed adultery, a man who sinned, a person who sinned. But then we look at these Psalms of confidence, and the question is, who was David confident in? Was he confident in himself? Or was he confident in God And we see times where it seems like he's confident in himself and his own power and his own strength, and we see what happens. But then we also see times where he's confident in God. Let me read these to you. If you struggle with confidence like I do, or you're wondering who to trust in, chapter 11, or Psalm 11 says, God is my refuge. 23 says, God is my shepherd. 27 says, God is my light, my rock, my salvation. Psalm 62 says, he's my fortress, my hope, my glory. 63 says, he's my steadfast love, he's my help. 91 says, he's my deliverer, he covers me, he guards me. 121 says, he's my keeper and he's my shade. 125 says that those who trust in him will abide forever, that he will surround them. And then in 131, I love this psalm of confidence because it's all about this humility of the psalmist who's recognizing that they aren't the center of it all. They aren't the one who creates breath and meaning in life, but that God is. And so we look at these things of God, and we wonder, does this apply to us today? And I think it does. And my simple question to you and to me, who are you placing your confidence in? Yourself? I mean, I do that. I do that a lot. You placing it in yourself, in someone else, or are you placing it in God? And there's going to be times where it's like moment by moment. Hey, once again, I'm placing confidence in myself, but I need to be placing it in God. And we simply go and be with God just like David went and was with God. And every time he went to be alone with God, we see even through these Psalms where God is redirecting him back to him and saying, who do you trust in? And David would be like, I trust in you, Jesus. The best way I can bring this to us also today, as I was prepping this afternoon, is some song lyrics. And then after, I'm going to go ahead and bring our music team back up. But here's some song lyrics for you that I think embraces this. Think of God just speaking to you. The song is called I Am, and it's by Judah. It says, stand firm in your faith and be courageous and strong. Don't stress, just breathe deep and know I'm holding it all. All right, let's just all breathe in. And let's breathe out. Let's breathe in. Let's breathe out. He says, just breathe deep and know I'm holding it all. Sometimes trusting me looks like a free fall. But either way, I hope that you jump right in. Let my peace, so think of God saying, let my peace you can't understand take over your heart, take over your thoughts. I'm invisibly aware. Just try to receive what I give free and know where you go, I am there. Where you go, I am there. Press on and move forward and leave the rest in my hands, for I'm with you and I'm for you because I am who I am. Sometimes my love looks like the sea and you just cannonball. But either way, I hope that you jump right in. Let my peace you can't comprehend take over your heart. Take over your thoughts. I'm invisibly aware. Just try to receive what I give free and know where you go, I am there. Wherever we go, God is there. When you speak to mountains, know that I'll move them. When your seas are raging, I'll walk you through them. When you're on the edge, just try and scream out my name. When you look at me, you'll be dancing on waters. And when you're in need, I'll provide like a father. That would give everything just to have you by his side. Who are you confident in? Yourself? Someone else? Or God? When you run away, know that I'll keep pursuing. Your every mistake, just know that I'll use it. To break others' chains, when you testify of what I've done and all of the chaos and all of the noise, just know what I say. It will not return void. I am who I am. Who are you confident in this season? We have a little baby who was born in a manger. And we look at this this is not something that the world would say be confident in. But what do we look at? We look at this story, we gather, we celebrate, we recognize that God came as a little baby in humility. He invites us to be like him in humility. But this baby one day grew up and died on a cross. He laid down his life. And he says, if you follow me, you need to be humble, but you also need to lay down your life. And it's an invitation that we cannot respond to in our own power, in our own strength, and in our own confidence. But it is in God's strength, in God's power, and in God's confidence. So I invite you this Christmas season to think about that. Who are you placing your trust in, your confidence in? And we're going to continue we're going to close with a song, and it's called Silent Night. We've all heard it. And there's a line in it where it says, you're redeeming the dawn of your redeeming grace. We recognize that the birth of Jesus is this this dawn point where we're seeing the redemption history play out. And when you hear that line as we sing this last song, I want you to light your candles, and we'll do that together. All right? Brad, would you lead us in our final song?